Hello there, YouTubers and God's owners. This is my third attempt at making this video because with the nature of anytime I discuss the Bible and the possibility of it being contaminated, you got to be real careful how you pick and choose your words because you could do more harm than good. Which brings me to the topic of this video. Chance Cameron, an old friend of mine from way back, the old Godzone's early days, has put a link to a series of 3 videos called Can We Trust the Bible, Part 1. And when he put the link up there, he says, "This will shake your faith, proclaim," which naturally was to get me to look at it, and I did out of curiosity. And the video was made by a guy by the name of Truthiracy 3, as in like conspiracy and truth mixed together. Boy, ain't that a phrase? Conspiracy and truth mixed together. I looked at the videos and I thought the guy's got a pretty good knack for making videos. My gut feeling tells me he's a bit of an asshole, type of guy that likes to hear his own words. A destroyer, as in a way that he likes to destroy simple faith in Jesus Christ and replace that simple faith with nothing more than his own words, which he thinks is so delicious at times in his videos, as you think he's fixing to get a nut when he gets to those emotional, high-spirited parts, when he talks about 1 billion trillion trillions percent. I think that was a video too. Anyway, the guy thinks a lot of his knowledge, thinks a lot of himself, and he doesn't think a whole lot of basic, simple Christian beliefs. But I warn you, Mr. Guy, Mr. Truthiracy, who puts so much faith in the knowledge of the things that you've learned. There's really nothing new in the things that you've learned. We started learning these things in our places of higher education, our colleges. In one of the videos you talk about Molech with his hands outreached, and it's by way of a statue, and they would heat up the statue's hands with fire, and they would then lay the babies into the hands of that big iron bull, and those poor children would fry a slow, painful, horrible death until they died. And we all look at that imagery and say, wow, man, how can these people be so thoughtless and carelessness and hateful to treat their children that way? But I present to you this, that the colleges that you went to did the same exact thing to you. That college is a likeness for those institutes of higher learning and knowledge. Because when the baby boomers got of age, we sent our children to those colleges, and we said, here, we're going to put our children in your hands, just like the hands of that bull. We're going to place our children in your hands, Mr. Bull, Mr. one who's got all the key for the money. Because if my kid comes out of this college, he's going to have a degree in being a doctor, a lawyer, and he's going to make what? Money. Mammon. That's who we served our children up to. And that college taught these children in these little lesser known history classes all the shit that you're espousing here today that strip away the ability for people to believe in Jesus Christ, which is the first attack on the validities of the Bible. Where does the Bible come from and so forth? Was it ordained by God, or was it basically compiled of a lot of older religions and beliefs all the way back to the time of Baal? So, that enactment is still taking place today, spiritually. We're still putting our children in the hands of that damn bull, slowly frying them to death, and still too stupid to see what we're doing. Nothing's really changed. I ask you this, Mr. Truthiracy, once you've stripped away, or now that you're on the bandwagon with like the guy who created Psychiatrist, the movie, and this whole movement that obviously is centered on getting people to take away their faith in Jesus. I ask you this, what do you think the world's going to be when these Christians, the last thread of Christians, the last people that really truly believe on Jesus Christ? I'm not talking about the millions of plastic churchgoers today, which are actually following Antichrist, but I'm talking about the last very few people who actually have a love of Christ. When that's chipped away and that's gone, what do you think these people are going to do with their newfound knowledge that you're going to give them in its place? this knowledge. I mean, is it going to serve them well? Is it going to serve humanity well? Does it make humanity feel like they're better people to think that everything Jesus taught was a bunch of bullshit? The sense of fair play, the sense to love one another and take care of each other? Because you want to point out the ones who call themselves Christians went around with crusades and killing people? Shit, you know, you can do that with any religion. If you want to pick out just the murderers and the thieves and the crooks of any specific denomination or belief and say, well, this is the outcome of your belief. Let's talk about the old TV show, The Waltons. Remember John Walton, John Boy, and Elizabeth, and all the Walton kids? And there used to be this beautiful scene painted on TV of this old family of old-time, old-school people living up in the woods, away from society. I used to like that show. I used to like how it depicted the Christian family. They used to grow gardens, and they used to care for one another, and all of them got up, went to church on Sunday morning, except for John Walton, who'd rather go fishing. And they were all seen to be decent people. Well, I present to you that that movie was written because it was mimicking of a true family, the Spencers. And the Spencers represented much of the Americas before the 60s. Before our kids all went to college and got educated into these truths. You know, we were simple, we were ignorant, and when somebody hollered war, we got our ass up and went. We really didn't have no choice. But hey, we seem to be fairly happy. I mean, life is hard, it's always hard, but that Christianity, that simple belief in Christ, it gave us something. It gave us something to hang on to. It gave us something to believe that, you know, everything in the world wouldn't offer shit, and that we had a chance. And the chance is through each other, through helping each other, through loving each other, through loving our neighbors, through the things that this book that you want to tear up and put your own self in its place. It gave us a chance, and it gave us a good feeling, gave us a sense of being on the team, the Jesus team. We built roads, we built hospitals, we built airports, we built all these things that made this society this great, fast-moving thing that it was till the 60s. And then when the 60s came along, we got all educated, too big for our britches, and we started stripping away our faith and the importance of believing on Christ. From that point on, man, it's been degradation. And when the thing is all gone, all this faith in Jesus Christ, what are you going to be left with? You can watch those reality TV shows now and get a peek of it. Bad boys, what you gonna do? We all like to be entertained and watch the cops chase the bad boys around and all that, and look, oh boy, it's plenty like that here where I'm at. Well, it's bullshit. It is. All those people you're looking at in those types of TV shows that we see now is the reality of the world without Jesus Christ. They're the reality of what people become. We all want to kick the Illuminatis in the ass for, oh, you've got control of society, you're controlling us. Well, shit, man, take a look what happens to the world when there's no control. When you let people do what they want to do and be what they want to be. I don't like the Illuminists in control of the world any more than you do, but the fact of the matter is, without somebody being in control of the banks, without somebody being in control of whether or not you went to work and paid bills, without somebody being in control of those types of things, guess what? Nobody's in control. Which means society is out of control. What you're getting a taste of right now today, society is very much getting to be out of control. You know, when somebody raises a kid and the kid's going ape shit and he's doing drugs and whatnot, you say, oh, that kid's out of control. And then let's go back 10 years when the kid was a little guy and easy to handle, and you was like trying to give him some instruction, and all your friends are saying, "Oh, you're a control freak, man. You gotta let the kid live. Don't be a control freak. Oh, he's a controller." You understand? Without control, there's a certain definite outcome. It's chaotic. So, not to say that I agree with the Illuminati theologies, I don't, but I'm just saying, in order for this world, this thing, this experience, this experiment to work, this human condition, certain factors have to be controlled by certain other factors, and if they don't, the thing can't work. So instead of pointing out the fingers of all the controllers and blah 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 and stripping people of their simple ability and belief in this beautiful thing called faith in Jesus Christ, you should actually give some more thought about what you're going to end up with when your goal is met. And you know, we relinquish control and we relinquish our faith in Jesus Christ. Is the world going to be any better? Are you going to be any happier in this chaotic state? I got news, man. They're going to kick your door in just like they're going to kick our door in, the Christian. You know? If nothing else, if you believe the whole Christian thing was bullshit, you should at least be thankful that it was in place, because at least you have the remnants of the society that it built. Which, hell, is, to me, worth its weight in gold. Now, this video is getting long, and I guess I'll have to do another part about, are there imperfections in the Bible? Sure, I think there are. Are there places where it was manipulated by the people in control? Sure, I think it was. But does that mean the Bible is not a puzzle that you can put together and figure out God's intent for you? You know better than that. You could look at a chicken shit movie plot that you want to watch on Netflix for an hour and a half and figure out the whole thing, where the director was going. You know the ending before it's going to happen. Why? Because that you want to understand and know. But the message that God's trying to give you, you don't understand and you don't want to know. So you don't look through the broken pieces of the puzzle to try to put it together. Because why? You're already preconceived in what you want to know. You already have the outcome you want. You're just trying to put the pieces together to arrange it to where it ends up to where your words will be true and not the Word of God. There's a lot of that going on in the net today. I call it the zeitgeist movement, primarily because that guy's probably so far the biggest at it with the zeitgeist movie, stripping away people of their simple faith in Jesus Christ. That's no trick. I mean, it's getting to where now idiots on YouTube can do the same thing with no money or no backing, no nothing. It's an easy enough thing to do. But my question is to you, are you sure you want to do it? Are you sure you're going to end up with a working, viable system without Christ in the equation? Think about it. You might be surprised where that thought takes you. Okay, this movie's, this video is going long, so I'm going to probably have to do a number 2. And then, but anyway, to my old friend Chance, who gave me the video, I don't think I was shaken that much by the video. I have a few trump cards that keep things relative to the faith in Jesus Christ. I have a few trump cards that keeps me from the shaking at this point. I'm sure the shaking is going to get worse and worse as time goes. But thank you for the video, Chance. It's like the rest of them. It's worthwhile watching. And if nothing else, it's a good test. I think we should all test our faith with such things, because shit's getting thick, and I think we need to have our minds and hearts and souls in place that'll stand the best they can. So anyway, YouTubers, I'll probably make another video onto this one, but if not, peace out.